this young lady has taken it upon herself to lobby for basically a complete ban on abortion human rights amendment. Right. That'll, if it's successful, will eventually head to the Supreme Court. And she joins us now, Christy Burton. Hello, Christy.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for being on. Again, tell us what this is all about. You've started quite a little stir now nationwide. People are watching what's happening in Colorado because of what you're doing.
Well,
what are you doing?
Well, it's really exciting out here. We actually I'm sponsoring a Personhood amendment. And basically, it's very simple, just one sentence long. It just says that in certain sections of our Constitution here in Colorado, the term person or persons shall include every human being from the moment of fertilization.
Right.
So basically, we're just trying to define every unborn child under Colorado's Constitution as a person, which is pretty common sense, definitely backed up by medicine and science. And you know, that's not defined in our law. Our laws are so contradictory here in Colorado and really throughout the nation, as obviously all of you guys know. But with all the differences in fetal homicide laws and under property law, they're a person, but not under the criminal law. And that's why abortions are legal, obviously. So we're just trying to say, you know, let's stop this mess and just define the unborn child for what they really are, a person, like the rest of us.
Now, you needed 76,000 or thereabouts signatures.
Right.
And as I understand it, you got over 130,000 signatures.
Yes, that's right.
And so obviously you felt like you needed some slop there, so if there's any kind of shenanigans, these people might try.
Exactly. Well,
the pro-aborts wouldn't do that.
Yeah, oh, no.
So now it's going to be on the November ballot, is that correct?
Almost for sure. We are waiting for the official word, which should come any day, up to 3 weeks from now.
Okay.
But with 55,000 extra signatures, I mean, there's really no reason it shouldn't be on the ballot.
Do they certify the signatures, or is that what you're waiting for?
That's what we're waiting for.
Okay, good. Well, that's a lot of time.
And how's the pro-life community doing with you on this one?
Well, you know, it depends on which part of the pro-life community. We've had a lot of support, honestly, here in Colorado and throughout the nation. But then, you know, there's a couple organizations still holding out. I think they want to see if we actually do get on the ballot. They didn't believe we could.
And they didn't do anything to help, right?
Right, no.
Aren't there some infighting?
We got to talk about something here that we've talked about before, like what's going on now with Jenny Hodges down in Georgia and what we've seen in other places, South Dakota and so forth. Yeah. This is obscene. This is a complete obscenity. The Catholic Conference of Colorado is opposing this because this is, quote unquote, not the right time. Mm-hmm. And we've dealt with this before.
That's right.
When is going to be the right time? We're 35 years and 50 million dead babies into this. Mm-hmm. When is going to be the right time? And how do these people know it's not the right time? If Christy is successful here, and I believe she will be, and it won't be for lack of trying if she's not, if she's successful, this thing could take 5 years to get to the Supreme Court. Do these people have some sort of crystal ball that tells them who's going to be on the Supreme Court in 5 years from now? I'm telling you, it is time for the pro-life movement to either get serious about this or go home. And I want people, everybody in the pro-life movement, to hear what I'm saying. If you're not serious about stopping abortion, please get out of the way. You're just clogging things up. Yes. I'd rather this movement be 5% as big as it is right now with people like Christy and people like Monica, like we just had on, and others like that. I'd rather have 5% of the movement we have right now and have it be people like that than all these quislings who sit there and say, oh, we gotta read the tea leaves and look at the crystal ball. Oh, this isn't the right time. Let me tell you something. If their life was going to be snuffed out in the morning, instead of, it'd be the right time to try, and I was trying to stop it. They wouldn't say, well, now's not the right time. Just go ahead and let them rip me apart in the morning.
We know what nothing produces.
Right.
No action produces nothing 100% of the time.
Right.
But I would rather have every single state produce personhood amendments, regulation clauses. I mean, just start throwing the book at the legislature and get as much pro-life legislation in the works to gum it all up as we can. And I'll tell you what, take a page out of the homosexual movement.
Right.
They are trying tooth and toenail to get their agenda across, and it's starting to work. We just need to keep swinging for the fences every single time we can.
Christy, let me ask you a question. Are you still there?
Yes, I am.
All right. Let me ask you this question. Let's say, in worst possible case scenario, you try this, it gets on the ballot, and it fails. Or let's say you try it gets on the ballot, and it passes, and it goes to the Supreme Court, and they knock it down. How much worse off will the unborn children in Colorado be then than they are now?
No, worse.
Right.
I mean, I think they'll be better off. I mean, if we would happen to lose in November, I think it'd be better because we've caused a discussion in Colorado.
Absolutely.
You're absolutely right.
The media is covering this like crazy. I mean, we've had more coverage on. I've been told we've had more coverage in the last 4 months for the pro-life movement than we have in the last 4 years in Colorado.
That's right.
And just making people talk about it. And the media has even taken somewhat of a positive focus on it. I've been surprised.
This makes me so angry when I hear pro-lifers sit here and fight against this. Even if I believed, I don't believe this, but even if I believed, this girl's barking at the moon. She's got no chance. It's not going to happen. Right. It's not going to happen. She's a nutcase. I'd say, go get them, Christy. Go get them.
Right.
We got to attack the abortion industry every chance we get from every direction we can attack them.
I very much agree. Well, and I think, Planned Parenthood wasn't exactly expecting this to happen, especially after what happened in South Dakota in 2006. They thought we'd kind of give up and not bring something new. And I think, we're not the only state doing this, but I think it's time for us to say, no, we're not going to quit. We're going to keep going until something works because it's important enough to do that.
Right.
And if it fails, Christy, then you get out of bed the morning after it fails and you go back to work.
Exactly, absolutely.
You're an inspiration to us all.
And the thing, even in the civil rights movement, people was always saying, well, it's not time yet. Give a few more. It's not time yet. But usually that always came from the opposition.
Right.
So we are. So I am
That's the
beginning.
enemy's
So the truth of it is, there's pro-life groups out there who call themselves pro-life group, but the truth of it is, they're in opposition. And Mark, you're 100% right. They need to get out the way.
Right.
And people out there that are funding these groups need to stop funding it, and they need to stand behind young people like this, coming up with fresh vision, fresh ideas. Stand behind Christian. If you want to see your funds go somewhere, help this young lady out.
You'll hear these organizations. I mean, I'm not going to pick on anybody in particular, but for example, National Right to Life has pulled this stunt several places. But then they'll turn right around and say, oh, but we've got to support the young people that are coming in and give them encouragement and educate them. Here's somebody 20 years old. Yes. We're going to pass the torch to this person at some point if we don't end this thing.
Oh, we ain't got to pass the torch. Honey, take that torch and run.
Right.
Don't you wait for us to give it to you.
So
run,
now we're going to say,
tell Jenny Hodges, run.
So now we're going to say to her,
Christy,
oh,
run.
but what you're trying to do isn't a good idea, and we're the big national pro-life organization, and we're the Conference of Catholic Bishops, or not them, but this Catholic Conference of Colorado, and they know more than this young lady does, so obviously she's got to back off. Don't back off, Christy.
Don't back off.
I won't. Don't worry. We have enough people out here who are excited about it and certainly aren't going to quit.
Well, thank you for being with us.
Well, thank you so much.
And you stay at it, and if you need any help from us, you let us know.
Okay, I'll do that.
Thank you, Christy.
Bye.